listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network. Now, the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's Project Runway After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Project Runway After Show.
Hi, you guys. Bing is for doing, and here at AFTERBUZZ TV, we're doing our last Project Runway Season 10, Episode 14 finale, Part 2. But it's a happy day, bittersweet.
Yes.
Yeah. I think you guys will like the outcome if you don't know already, because we're all pretty pleased.
Yes.
So
Exciting.
let's get to it. We weren't here last week, and actually it was just me and Virginia, and we had Cougar here, so that was great, but due to circumstances, aka the rain and blackout, we couldn't really do a recap. But we wanted to talk about some of the stuff that happened last week in the finale, Part 1.
Yes.
Let's first mention that everybody made it through. I was surprised.
I
wasn't really surprised.
Really?
Because
What?
if you guys have watched all of the previous Project Runways, they almost always just keep everybody.
Do they? Do?
Yes.
We were talking about that. Have they always had 4 finalists?
They don't always have 4, but it seems like the last couple seasons they've been just going with, okay, we'll keep you.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah.
Did you guys think they were all strong enough to get to the finale or the last runway show?
You know, I was really surprised with Fabio. It kind of blew my mind because I was saying Fabio kind of was, you know, I forgot about him the last couple episodes, and then when I
we had a spill, guys. Don't worry. It's fine.
Yeah, I was just really pissed off at that answer.
I'm
Yeah, maybe use
sorry, I'm
that.
sorry.
Unnecessary roughness.
Time out. Alina, you're getting so aggressive.
Sorry
you
about
guys,
that.
Alina, let me just
How are
say
we gonna
something
do
right now. Alina gets very emotionally involved in all of these episodes. She cries. She cries. She takes deep breaths. She yells,
spills water.
She yells at the TV. I'm just saying she's showing you right now her true colors. This is what we see in the screening.
This might be
folks.
my last night at Phil, our engineer.
Thank you,
Thank you, Phil.
Thank you so much.
for coming.
And just an extraordinaire.
Just continue
In general.
the show as normal.
Yeah, don't mind him over here.
Don't mind the man behind the curtain. So I have to comment on what you said.
Surprise in a good way, though?
No,
By his collection?
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yeah.
I would. Okay, what he sent out at the very beginning, I was like, ew, that burgundy and black. But the white that he had, it was amazing. I mean, it was just so much different than everybody else's. And, you know, they just showed, so you have to think this was for spring, summer 2013. So
True.
it was very nice to see something, and everything was always black with everybody, you know, and so this was just like really nice in spring. And even though I'm really excited for fall and boots weather, it kind of made me excited for spring next year.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it comes down to like what you personally like and would want to wear, because I mean, some of his designs were really pretty. Obviously, he's talented with the draping, and he knows how to sew and put an outfit together, even though it's like a very specific aesthetic. I don't personally like it, and there was only probably a couple things like that white dress that he designed that I thought was really pretty, but I don't think it would look good on me, but I thought it was pretty and a little bit more commercial looking than some of his other stuff just looked like. I mean, it's a runway show, so I guess it could be kind of wild, but it wasn't. I don't know. I just don't really like his look. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. I don't really like his look.
Go ahead, Alina.
I think he made the white dress after.
Yeah,
too.
he did.
Yeah.
He made that white dress for the finale. Sorry, guys, I'm
but
kind of sick.
I do think you have to remember when we're like, when like when they're doing the runway show for just one look at Project Runway, they're doing it for just like, a lot of times they were having, a competition or this was going to go in a store. But a runway show typically isn't ready to wear. It's typically something that they make and then it's a concept and then it goes back to ready to wear. And they kind of make it for the consumer. So that's why even though it wasn't something that maybe you would wear, it is something that you would see on the runway right now.
Right. Yeah. I totally agree with you, Virginia, but I think I was more surprised that they all went through. I just wasn't wowed by any of them. I was really surprised at what Chris put down the runway. Nina Garcia, I think, even pointed it out that 2 out of the 3 outfits were shorts and a top. Yeah. And it just surprised me that he did that. I was surprised that they didn't call out Melissa for putting down the same thing that she's always put down. That white jacket with a collar. We've already seen her do that. That black dress with the high collar was basically a black version of the blue dress that she did before, and they didn't call her out on that. I was liking Dimitri's line from the beginning, and I was surprised with Fabio. It was still very much him. I agreed with you in that, they're showing for the spring, so I kind of felt the same way. Like, we saw all this black and white, and it was really great for him to kind of do something different. And I did, I've never loved really anything that Fabio's done this entire season. I see that he has his own particular style, and there's a demographic for it. But I will say I was surprised in that I felt like it was a cleaner version of himself and a little bit more of a refined and definitely fashion-forward runway style.
Yeah. I agree. I think it was fashion forward. I didn't personally love it.
No.
And I think the styling was horrendous.
And I think Tim Gunn was the one that, when he went to go visit him, mentioned that, like, the girl that's going to wear this isn't going to wear those shoes. And I still think, even if, it's not ready to wear and something you're going to see in the stores and it's something that's going on the runway, I still think you need to style it as if, this person's going to actually wear that. All needs to go
give
together.
that hint so people can see it. I mean, I agree. Like, obviously what comes down the runway is conceptual, and it's going to be, an idea of what might turn into ready to wear. But I still don't like the concept.
You know what I think? I think all 4 of them went through because none of them really wowed the judges.
That's what I thought.
I think it was just that, well, one wasn't necessarily that much worse than the other. They were all pretty much on the same level.
Can I say, I feel like I completely agree with you, Lo. When Heidi said they were all going through, my first thought is because they wanted to see more, because they comment on all of the designers saying, why did you guys, this is what's getting you to the final Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week show. Why are you holding out on us? Where are these pieces you're talking about? Why haven't you put those down the runway right now? Why can't you just show us your best now? Because Melissa even said, like, oh, I don't want to like give you all my stuff. So I feel like my feeling on it was that they didn't see enough, and they were like, well, potentially they all could be good enough.
Yeah, I thought that was really stupid on their part, because
so dumb.
I mean, why are you holding out the best pieces for the runway when you can't even guarantee yourself in the final runway? You need to get yourself there first. Like, bring out everything, bring out what's huge, what's the best of what you have, and
the interview for a job, and it's like you going in there giving a half-ass interview because you don't want to show them what a great worker you can be.
You need the job, and then you could slack off a bit, right? That's what we're saying.
But also, you have to think this is a competition. So if you see someone else has a better look than you, or you're giving away your best look to your competition, they might step up their game. I would think I would hide. I mean, if you have the bad thing is they only had 5 weeks to create an entire collection. Most people, as soon as they hit the runway, they end their season, they already start. So they have like 6 months to make this collection. So they only had 5 weeks. And I think that's possibly why they let everybody go through, because they said, this is what you need to complete your collection, or this is what can help your collection. So that's why you saw them all making one additional piece. But I wouldn't give away my best pieces. Absolutely not. Because
what if it didn't get you? What if you had this grand piece that you couldn't end up showing?
But if you're showing 12 pieces, hopefully you're not just going to have 3 awesome pieces. I'm thinking if I'm having a 12-piece collection, I would hope that all 12 are pretty badass, You
would. Right.
So I
would
not.
Hope that.
I would not send down.
The
my
other
best
designers
pieces.
saw all their other
they
competitions
saw
work. So
I
I get your point, but the other designers saw it.
But you're also like styling them. I mean, everything, you have to think
Right.
styling completely
Makes a big
changes
difference.
It does
look.
completely change it, but also I think more goes into it than just saying like, I'm going to put my 3 best looks down, because as we saw with Christopher, he had 3 looks that he wanted to put down the runway, and then he realized it didn't look right on the model, or what he wanted to style, it didn't match. Then this piece didn't look right with this piece, and he had to flip. And then all of a sudden, as soon as one piece of the puzzle comes out, everything is affected. So I feel like maybe they probably all kind of wanted to start like that, and then for whatever reason, because there's a million things that go into it, they couldn't actually put all their pieces down. But I mean, yeah, that's a good strategy to not show your best piece. But
even just one wow piece. I just don't think any of them
I
had a
agree.
wow piece.
I agree.
I couldn't agree with Nina more, because I really liked what I was seeing from Chris's collection.
Yeah.
And I couldn't agree with her more that, really 2 out of the 3 were shorts and a top. Like, that just
I thought
didn't
that was
work for me.
redundant for sure.
Chris and Melissa had really mainstream stuff that's
Yeah.
in stores. I loved all of Chris's collection, but looking back, you could go buy any of that right now.
Yeah, it's true.
Still going to be
So-
really
and you're-
nice, but
Yeah, but you
you're
need
right.
to be ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you were saying, it was all the same. Why didn't he show a dress? And like I love that he had the really nice dress at the end, even though it really didn't go with his collection. It's like you need to show a dress. And Melissa had that bathing suit thing. That was awesome because it just showed a little bit of range. And you're thinking spring, it's resort wear. Like you can add those fun bathing suits in there.
Right.
And shorts and a top.
All right, well, we have a lot to talk about for the finale part 2, so let's get to the workroom for that.
Yes.
I was really, really shocked at Chris's attitude.
Oh my.
I know. He was a different person.
Talk about true colors showing. I guess me and him are doing
Well-
it tonight.
Whoa.
Yeah, well, me with the attack.
Oh,
on
yeah.
Virginia,
I
and-
thought I was thinking something else,
Yeah.
but got it.
Anyways, I don't know what you meant.
Where are we going, kids? No, I was shocked at Chris. I was shocked at Chris's attitude, Christopher's attitude. I want to call him Chris. It was not like what we normally see. The gracious, I want to help everybody. I'm in control. I know my vision. He kind of he went a little Elena. He went a little Elena.
He was like, forget it. The competition's over. Now I need to win it. I could care less about all these people.
And
I've
he
been
was,
putting
like,
on an act.
making fun of the other one. Oh, blood. When he was making fun of Melissa's.
Blood
And then
orange.
she
Blood
called her
orange?
dress blood orange. Oh, it's just red.
She's so
No.
pretentious. That's
Yeah,
what he said.
it's
Yeah.
effing red.
It's
Yeah.
effing red.
He was not
But I
happy.
will say, though, I mean, he's still kind of cute, though, with it. I mean, he was kind of poking fun and being funny, but he was also, you kind of watched him start to crumble a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's like,
Yeah.
he can't be, I mean, this is a
Perfect.
very stressful situation, and he was letting himself get stressed, and it just makes him human. But I was a little surprised at, he really, I mean,
He was negative Nelly. He
Yeah.
had nothing good to say.
and he looked like, his physical appearance looked like he was being
Death.
very taxed.
broken
Yes.
down.
Yeah.
On the other hand, Fabio was very positive and light and airy, just like his collection.
He
Yeah,
was
he
talking
was.
about all the magic, all
And
my
his
magic,
energy, and they had that nice
Yeah.
little graphic that looked.
A little effect.
Yeah, and he said,
The ripple.
he said all my magic and all my saging worked. Oh, Fabio.
Maybe we
Really?
should become friends with Fabio. He can do a little
He
magic
seems
for
like
us.
he'd be a nice friend. I think so.
He would be a nice friend.
He would
You want
be-
somebody positive, so
Yeah.
He would be uplifting. Like, he'd be the guy
Good
that you call and
energy.
you're like, I feel like crap today. And he'd be like, you know what? You're a beautiful soul. Or he would, and I just feel like he would be that guy where you like, I'm feeling down. Let's call Fabio.
Yeah.
well.
That just kind of made me think of the message you sent us today. Did you actually run into Dimitri?
You guys.
Dimitri.
Can I tell you
Dimitri.
something? Dimitri, I was in Santa Monica today and I walked by a car and there was a Belarus sticker on the back saying born and raised in Belarus or something. I don't know. I sent it to all these lovely ladies here and I said, I think I just found Dimitri's car because
I
Belarus.
really got excited. I really did. I was like, what if? What if?
He could have been here tonight.
I'm not
He
going to
could have
lie.
been in the
Great.
studio.
I waited by the car for like a hot minute and then I was like, this is stalker and I need to go.
Darn.
We love Mitri, and he was pretty calm throughout the workroom.
Yeah.
He wasn't complaining. He was just focused
I
on
liked
getting
how
his
he
work
pointed
done.
that out too. He was like, Chris is falling apart. Melissa's really stressed, and he's like, Fabio's really chill. Me and him are really chilled out. We're prepared. And it showed them like they were totally relaxed, you know, very ready to go. And I thought that was funny.
I do like how Mitri made a couple of little comments. I mean, like we say, Chris normally doesn't make that many comments about the other designers. He's usually very like helpful, but we did get to see him do that this episode. But Mitri does comment on other people's designs.
Oh, yeah.
And we kind of just like
Good.
expect it to happen. But this time I liked how he kept calling Chris's design slutty.
Yeah. Yeah, he
His
did.
clothes are very slutty. It was like, oh my goodness, slutty. I like how he just is so.
love that.
I love it.
And I have to look for this tweet that Melissa sent, and it's really just a picture that she tweeted of Mitri talking about her on the show. So it has the caption, you know how they have
my
the
God.
caption.
What did he
I'm gonna look
say?
for it, and I will tell you guys. But it was
Okay.
fabulous.
Oh my gosh, I
Really?
love
Oh,
that. I
yeah.
love that.
Awesome.
I like, they did all kind of like, you know, and this is kind of typical in the project runways I've seen in the past too, but I do like how in the end they all like so happy to be there. They're friends, they've bonded, they're like happy for each other, so it seems. And it's nice to see them all just sort of like have that downtime where they're like, okay, everybody, they're so grateful, and you feel like they're really friends too,
Right.
and they're gonna be friends forever type of a thing. I like
I
seeing
hope
that.
so.
I hope so too. I don't know if they'll all remain friends, but at least the final four, you want to see that
Oh,
because
that's what I'm
Well,
talking
I
about.
don't
Yeah, the
know.
final-
Chris didn't seem like he was going to be friends with anybody after that episode.
Well,
he was a bit of a hater.
I think
He
will
was.
be.
There have definitely
Haters don't hate.
been previous show or seasons where they have hated each other.
Yeah.
I cannot remember the season. It was mini back, but they were like they got to the final four and they were in that hotel room just hating on each other, talking bad about their line, trying to sabotage each other's shoes. I mean,
Yeah.
it was like a huge ordeal. So it was nice
Wow.
to see them actually getting along.
But I feel like I do remember one in the past being that way, but more often than not, I think they
This
are
shows.
sort of a positive
Yeah.
ending. But yeah, I mean, can you imagine how that would have been to see
if
them all?
Ben would have been on still,
Jeez.
That would have been interesting.
He would have been death staring them all, just sitting
He
there with his
was
arm.
at the show. I noticed him. He was like icy cold.
He's
well, they show
always
seven.
icy cold.
No, they showed the top seven. So even though we only saw the top four, they actually the top
Yeah, they
seven
were all
actually
there.
showed their collection at the same time.
Was it
because
eight?
they
I thought it was
or
the
was
top
it eight?
I think it was the top
But
eight.
Yeah.
they do it so that the people that go see the show can't throw what's going on off.
Exactly. Yeah.
So this is the tweet. She actually tweeted Dimitri and she wrote, "I still find this quote of yours hysterical. XO Team Melissa, Team Dimitri." So that's pretty nice.
See, they are
What
friends.
was it? Yeah, I believe that.
She tweeted this picture of Dimitri and it says, "Melissa, she looks like a groupie." Is that the word? She just needs a guitar.
Oh, is that the word?
Oh my God. Dimitri, we love you. And then he
know.
responded and he wrote, "Melissa, LOL, love you, babe. Team Dimitri."
See, they're friends. He didn't include her in
Just
there.
voted for himself.
Well, and we all know who won that competition.
Yeah, we do.
Do you think he got my votes since I put Team Mitri instead of Team Dimitri?
Probably not.
Probably.
Well,
But,
good,
I mean,
you know what? Good thing we know who came out on top, because you probably wouldn't be able to sleep for the rest of your life knowing that your votes could have hindered.
Serious.
I know. We got to
It was
find out the
closer.
fan favorite.
Oh yeah.
We do. Shall I tell you now?
Yes, drum roll.
Let me guess.
It would be a very happy day if you told me someone other than the leader. No.
No. Alina. Ta-da.
Bum, bum,
I wonder
bum.
what she's gonna do
What
with
I
that
will
money.
say was kind of interesting to see was that I know is that the percentage actually went down. I think
Yeah, it
she
did.
was at 43 or so, and now it looks like she's at 37%. I
Who's
think
number two?
Melissa.
What's Mitri on
Yeah.
there?
Oh goodness! Now you're gonna. I don't know yet. You're gonna have to give me some time on that
Okay.
because that doesn't give me on
Yeah,
this page.
I mean, I wonder what she's gonna do with all that money.
And as Low is on iTunes right now, I just want to remind everybody else to go ahead and go on iTunes. I know all of us really appreciate the support. We're doing this for you guys as fans, and we're fans ourselves, so we want to come back.
Yeah, and we've loved the comments. I personally have loved reading them. It's been really great. So, when we go into the next Project Runway All-Stars, please keep subscribing, keep commenting, and kind of stick with us. And also tell your friends about that as well, because that's going to be fun.
Did you just leak some news and gossip?
I don't think
you
so. We mentioned it like 2 weeks ago.
It's an exclusive, though.
Yeah, we did. You weren't here.
Where was I?
I don't know. You didn't come. It was when we were in the other studio.
Oh yeah.
We mentioned it. I'm not saying anything that our fans don't already know.
True.
Yeah.
Fans.
Fans. Oh, let me
Should
keep
we-
going.
All
and
right.
I'm going to keep looking.
Let's move on to the runway then, because there's a lot to talk about.
Sure is.
First, like every week, let's talk about Heidi's outfits.
Wait, I have to say something.
Go.
Heidi's outfit, when she came out on the first episode of the 2-part finale.
Okay, finale part 1.
Finale part 1. What? That was confusing the way I said it. She had that black shirt on that was like high necked, and it was all sparkly up at the top, and then she had like a skirt on with it. OMG, I loved that shirt. It was like my favorite thing she's worn the entire season.
I don't remember.
More than the pink
don't
dress,
either.
the pink sparkles.
I
that's
love
still my
that was a
favorite.
fun one.
too. Yeah, but this was so, like, I felt like it was so, you could wear it so many different ways, and it looked so good on her, and I think I loved shoulders.
You think
She
you
has great
could
shoulders.
wear it more than the gold dress she was wearing today?
Well, I'd probably wear that gold dress, like, to the grocery store and to, like, the gym and stuff
Yeah,
like
of
that.
course, sure.
But the other top, I loved that. I had to bring that up. I loved that top.
Her outfit tonight, though, was quite sexy. Do you want to tell us where
Yes.
Dimitri is before we start?
Yes. So Alina was actually at 38%. Melissa was at 27%. Chris and Dimitri were both at 10%.
Oh.
So not even
Dimitri
close.
only had 10%.
It could have been
know,
like
ridiculous,
Could have been
right?
like 11 if you had
I
put the right
know.
hashtag.
You threw
I
it
was
off.
kidding. I did Team Dimitri. I would never sabotage. But Belarus, you should be ashamed of yourself.
I know, right?
Ukraine
Ice
is very
skaters
happy.
everywhere. You should be ashamed of
Ballroom
yourself.
dancers.
You should be ashamed of yourself.
Ugh,
Anyhow, runway.
it's making me hot.
Woosah. Let's talk about Heidi's outfit. Speaking of hot, she was wearing a very, very sexy nude dress. It was glittery. I don't know if it was beaded or glittery.
Gold glitter.
Gold, yeah.
And so plunging neckline, backless,
Sideless.
sideless, and it was short in the front.
It was.
Yeah, you could see some
Was it?
leg.
I didn't
It
know
was
that.
Did it
bunched.
go up or something?
Was
It
it
was
a high low?
bunched.
I didn't see that.
Well,
So I don't know. She looked good in it. I didn't love it.
I didn't like
It's
it.
a too much.
it's too much. I liked the shoulders. I really like shoulders. I have a little padding on my shoulders tonight too.
I like it.
I liked the shoulders, but it was, yeah, I mean, then, you know what? I didn't really notice how, like, barely there it was until the very end when she was saying goodbye to Melissa and she walked up to the runway and the camera was behind her and you could see the back was, like, hanging on her butt.
Yeah.
I mean, she looks amazing, but yeah, it was very
little
much
too much.
barely there.
It was very scandalous.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I would have liked it better if it was just backless, because I liked that you could see her back, and she has a gorgeous back, and then you could see the detail on the shoulders.
Yeah.
I thought that looked really pretty from the back, but I wasn't for the side.
The cutout
thingy.
side was too much for
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
me
it's
too.
just a little
Me
too
too.
much.
Yeah.
But she looked gorgeous.
I mean,
She
yeah.
did.
And Jennifer
It's hard for her.
Jennifer Hudson's green,
Monochromatic.
love it with the red lip.
she
She looked
so
really good.
Wait,
Yeah.
what about Nina?
I didn't. That's what I was
Nina
gonna
was
say.
wearing a tube dress. It was black, and it had like big jewel, like
Jewels, yeah.
rhinestoney.
But I
things.
feel like they didn't put enough focus on it. They
Yeah.
need to have a Nina moment.
Well,
I know.
I agree.
Yeah, they did.
They all looked fabulous, and Michael
Yes.
Kors had his aviators on.
He was wearing
as,
his
Black
uniform.
suit, yeah.
as per the usual.
Yeah.
So
First down the runway,
first down the runway was Christopher. And as the looks came down, I was loving all of it personally because I thought, oh my God, that's so cute. I'd wear that, I'd wear that, I'd wear that. But the judges didn't love it and they didn't think it was cohesive. I didn't think it was high fashion enough.
Yeah, that could have
I
been the
agree. I
problem.
feel like there were only a few pieces that I considered to be high fashion, but I'd also love to wear them. The first outfit that he had that was kind of like it was actually a two-piece like tiered skirt where he had the leather piece on top and then I guess it was a wool pencil skirt underneath with a high slit. I love that. I thought that was really great. And then the top, I don't even remember. I think it was just a simple like high neck top, but I loved that outfit personally.
I love the mauve pants. It was like a printed mauve pants with that blue pleated jacket in his style.
that pleating that he does, yeah.
I really loved the gown, and that's what I was actually kind of disappointed because everything was like something you could find anywhere in America. I mean, you could actually go out and buy those pieces, and it's like he's supposed to be showing us what we're going to see in the spring, not what's already in the stores now.
Yeah.
But the other thing was he always made such really like beautiful clothes. I was wanting to see all those like really beautiful
Intricate
dresses, and so I was
Well,
like, really?
I think that, you know, it's hard to see the details when things are done in black. So there's stuff that we're missing, but I was really paying attention, like when there was a leather jacket, there was a couple leather jackets, I feel like, and one of them, I can't remember exactly how it was in the front, but when it turned around, the model turned around and walked back up the runway, there was like all this detailing in the back. There was like not ruffles,
It
but
was
you know what I mean?
on the
Ruffles,
side,
yeah.
just on the
And
side.
like, I don't know, but I just feel like if I could examine them up close, I would feel like I could make a better decision. But I loved his stuff. I loved the black with the cream and the white and the gold and tans of that original print that he was the only designer that did an original print.
What'd you guys
And it
think
was
of that
such a
print?
cool. I thought it was
the
such a
print.
cool
I
concept.
loved it.
I thought that was a really great idea to pull inspiration.
I
from
like the
something
print,
like
and I
that.
like the fabric he printed it
Like on
on.
the silk.
Yeah.
So pretty.
I thought it, and I love that with black. I love when
Yeah.
people mix colors like navy blue and tan or like even browns with black. I know like people say not to do that, but I think it
looks
looks
good.
really classy
if you do it right, it looks
if you do
great.
it right. And his pieces are, I think, designed very well, and they look nice on a woman's body. And I feel like I loved also the injection of the dark blue and that dark deep red, just to kind of mix it up a little. I think it was cohesive and I liked it. Maybe it was too mainstream, but I just personally, that's my look, like more than any of the other designers. So
Yeah. No, I agree with you. When they said they didn't feel his collection was cohesive, I totally disagreed. I didn't see how they could even say that.
Yeah.
What I did like is that he showed that fabric manipulation, technique that we've seen him do throughout the season, but he didn't include it in too much of an overwhelming way that you thought, oh, here he goes again. It was almost like he took a piece of what he's been doing throughout the competition and kind of added it in little pieces throughout this. And I kind of like that
he
he
did it in a
that.
different way, not just dresses.
So
He did
you're
a
Exactly.
So you're
jacket.
saying you didn't feel like it was the rosette design a la Ven?
Correct. No, I didn't, because it was like he did the top that I actually liked how he did that, and it was a sheer top, but I liked that he did that. He even added into the jacket.
Yeah.
I think he didn't do it so much that's what the collection was.
Right.
Whereas Ben with his rosette, that's what his outfit was all
Yeah,
the time.
yeah.
So I like that he just kind of took a little bit of what he did throughout the season and kind of added it into some of his pieces.
Second designer to have their stuff walk the runway was Melissa. She had a lot of black and white, this crushed leather, and a lot of the leather pieces were white. Personally, I hate white leather.
It's
It's
hard.
really, really hard to wear. Her looks didn't impress me. There was a few things I loved. I loved the white dress, besides the fact that no human being could walk in it. And I liked the black dress that was similar in style, long, just fitted.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I thought it was underwhelming. And if you want something like that, there's a designer who does it rag and bone. And you can
right.
Yeah.
Serious.
get it.
Yeah.
I liked, what dress?
you said
I like that black dress that kind of came to the mid calf, and then it had the white racer back
Yes.
behind it. I loved that. I did not like that white dress that she put down because it had it kind of overextended the shoulder, and then when you turned, it was like entirely her boob
Side
on the
boob.
side. It was like
Too much side
like
boob.
her boob on a shelf.
Yeah, it was
and
weird.
it just did not.
That's
look
not
good. I didn't
the
like
white
that.
dress that you could
That's not what you're talking about. Oh no, you like the white dress you couldn't move in. Is that what
Yeah,
you're
I
saying?
like that.
I
Besides
did
the
too.
fact you couldn't walk.
Yeah.
I was thinking
That
of
was
the
just
white
annoying.
leather one. The
No,
white
I
leather
don't like
one.
white
I
leather.
thought that's what you were referring to because I was like, ugh.
Yeah, that was
But
true.
other than that, I liked what she did.
I didn't thought it was whatever. I kind of always think that about her though, and she's always like black, white, and then she does a splash of color, and it's always red. And I just feel like she does the same thing a lot all the time, and nobody says anything about
Yeah.
that. But Ven's not allowed to do it. I mean, whatever. I'm just making a comparison. But I personally disliked that red leather dress with like the high slit on the side. I don't understand.
I'm
what
telling
that
you,
was.
she made a dress like that this season, If it wasn't her, it was somebody else. But we have seen that exact dress with the high collar
Blue
and then
cobalt
the side.
for the Marie Claire
it wasn't
challenge.
that
No.
one.
No?
It wasn't that one. It was a different one. I'm gonna find it, you guys, because
But-
I know.
Both the dresses she
it.
put out, or a couple of them, look just like that blue cobalt dress to
Yeah,
me.
she did a lot of the same stuff. I liked
Smooth.
the white dress that model couldn't walk in. I just think
Yeah.
she needed to add a slit or something. So I don't understand why she
She
didn't.
couldn't grasp that.
And she couldn't. And she's like, it's the shoes. We're like, no. And then who said Fabio was like, he put his fingers like and restrained them like, this is what's happening. I also liked, like you did, Lo, the black dress with the white racer back. I thought that was beautiful. But other than that, I didn't think, I mean, I thought Christopher was way more original and like cooler than the stuff she put out there.
And I get making clothes that you would wear and you would like, but that's a little too much.
Because
it
I would
was
definitely
literally
wear
her-
some of that stuff, but I'm not walking a runway, and I'm not gonna
Yeah.
say I'm like Miss Fashion Forward, you
Right.
know.
Yeah,
wearing things
I
ahead of
would
the
wear
times.
some things too, but
Yeah, it wasn't great for this event.
Yeah.
yes.
Right.
Was Fabio last or Mitri? Who was next?
Dimitri was
Dimitri
next.
was next.
Mitri was next. His collection had the cutouts.
I
with,
love that.
with the jacket and with the sheer paneling under it.
Ugh.
Those
That's another thing that we've seen him do before in the season that, you know, really went over well with the judges. And I like that he also incorporated that into his last collection because it just shows a little bit of them.
It wasn't
Exactly.
overkill, but it
No,
wasn't that.
it
I mean,
was
he had
perfect.
that effect that he does is so gorgeous. He couldn't not do it. I mean, it just looks
Right.
fantastic.
and the fringe dress with the print, black and
it
white
reminded me
print.
of the candy challenge.
With the Twizzlers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the judges mentioned it, but to me, his looks looked very, very well done and expensive.
Yes.
His tailoring is just genius. All the girls look like everything fit perfect and so pretty.
And I think it was very fashion forward and it was clean. You're right. It was very tailored. It was just more creative, I think, than what the other designers put down the runway. Personally, I don't know. I like
Yeah, I have to agree. I think that just everything that he does, he always does to perfection, and he always has an exact idea of what he's wanting to do. And
Yeah.
I think that's what makes him better than everybody else, because everybody else is kind of like, whatever. I mean, Fabio did great, but I feel like Dimitri just like executes everything to exactly how he conceptualizes it, and that's why he's so good.
He even said that when at the end when they asked them all why they should be the winner, it's like because I have been dreaming about this since I was a little girl, and they all give
Yeah.
his cheesiest answers and whatever. But he was very spot on when he said it's because I see exactly what I want. I'm not quoting him exactly, but it was like he had a very clear vision of what he wanted to do, and he accomplished it, and that's totally obvious. Like he never was the guy in the workroom that was like Elena or Melissa that was like swearing and dropping F-bombs. Like, I don't know what to do. He always, and even when Tim would come in and like give him some, tips or say he liked it or didn't like it, he always could go from that and make it better. And there was very rarely something that he designed that I didn't like. I think I didn't like his Rockette outfit or.
No, we like the
I did
Rockette.
like that one.
Yeah.
I did like. Can't think of something that I
His
didn't
baby
like.
outfit was
His
terrible.
baby outfit was horrible, but whatever. He's not going to design
even
for
remember
babies.
the
Let's
baby
be real. It was like a gnome hood.
Oh, that's right. It was a
could you
costume.
forget?
It was a
weird.
costume.
And a costume, right?
Yeah.
But he, I loved Dimitri's. I loved the stuff that he did after Tim came into the workroom and gave him a little bit
Yeah.
more inspiration.
Yeah.
And he did really listen to what the designer or the judges said. They wanted it to look less mature, more young and fun. That yellow dress with the shoulder again that I'm obsessed with. It was like the metal cap little sleeve. Oh,
Loved that.
So cute.
my
Yeah, that was a great
God.
one.
And of course, the white dress that he sent out first with the cutouts and the sheer underneath. I mean, I love Dimitri.
Yeah, I
Michael-
loved all of it.
Michael Kors made a great point. Like, Heidi, you would wear that. Nina, you'd wear
Yeah.
that. Jennifer, you'd wear that.
Totally.
Wow.
Yeah.
I could see.
Wow.
I could
Like-
see.
And
Dimitri
it's
says.
not in the stores right now. It's not something that you've seen
No.
before. It's not
Totally
you know.
not. And I could totally see Nina in that cutout dress. I know
Yeah.
maybe it's a little sexy
Yeah.
for her, but I could see
No,
her in that.
it's
She
good.
Yeah.
wears white well, that Nina Garcia.
She does.
I could see Heidi in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like 3 sizes tighter than Nina. But
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
I could see her. And last but kind of least, in my
Yeah.
opinion,
Yeah.
Fabio. You know what? I'm judging him based on my personal style, and I
Yeah.
can't. it was really high fashion. It was light. It was airy. I love the new shorts he added after the judges talked to him. And you know what? Most of his pieces were okay. It's just the plastic necklaces
So
and the
bad.
styling with the Jeffrey Campbell shoes that every girl
Arts
in
and
Los
crafts.
Angeles wears bugged me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, it did look like straws. Like that's
Didn't
what
it
I
look
thought.
like arts and crafts?
I
Those,
thought
all the accessories.
It looked
arts
like
and
the
crafts.
zips.
That's
you know,
what I
the,
thought it was.
the
Like
plastics.
zip-
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
It was
good idea.
plastic and it was wrong. That's all I have to say.
Way wrong.
But I thought it was very refreshing looking back. I was surprised. Out of everybody that had a show, I was surprised that was Fabio's. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
really? Because he hadn't ever designed anything like that. Everybody else, it was very expected. So I think that's why I appreciated it a little bit more, because I was like, wow, where did this even come from? You know? But it still wasn't my favorite. Like that one really long robe type of thing that Heidi loved, I was like, ooh, where would you wear that?
And she kept saying, I would wear all of it. It's like,
No
Heidi,
way.
could we rewind the season and show everything you ever, nothing is ever drapey on her body. And he does draping well, I will say, but Heidi, please.
She doesn't wear that. I get Us Weekly. I see Heidi in there. She is not wearing any of Fabio's clothes or anything like it.
I don't know what she was talking
She's
about.
crazy. Maybe like a drapey thing with nothing underneath and like kind of open.
Like her Emmy
With
dress?
a bra. Probably. That was drapey, but very
Yeah.
sheer. That's what it would be.
I mean, like we said before, I'm judging him as well on personal aesthetic. I never really liked anything that he did. I'm not saying he's not talented. I just personally am not like, ooh, that's cute. Or even if I don't think I would wear it, sometimes I can see the beauty in a type of design, or, oh, that would look good on a, another type of girl or whatever. I don't really like anything that he did, but I do think you're right, Virginia. It was refreshing to see a bright color, and some of the stuff was that white dress was really pretty. But
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I was just gonna say I was also surprised probably the most by him, because he really listened when Nina said this needs to look expensive. And I thought that
Great
was
point.
something
Yes.
that he definitely did, was he made it look more expensive, and he kept it very similar to his original concept, but it looked so much better.
Yeah, he did
And I
take
love
that.
the shorts that he did, actually. When I saw him add that
Right?
short piece and then the like organza top or whatever it was, I was like, okay, now
got
I'm
it.
liking it. Now he got it. And even Tim was like, you've had an epiphany. And I think he did. And I think the reason that he did not win is because, and even Michael Kors said it, like, this was fantastic, this was fabulous. But Kenny could do it over and over again, because this is really the first time
Exactly.
we've seen him do something that looks expensive and runway-esque.
yeah, the shorts were a nice touch, but I agree, it wasn't consistent.
I'm so glad they judged it based on that.
Yes.
Because it looked like they really liked his collection.
Well, he was smart in that he
sounded.
did some color, because everybody else did this black and white, and then they put him last, and it was like refreshing
Yeah.
to see
Absolutely.
these colors come down.
He took direction well, but Mitri took it the best.
yeah.
I was
Yep.
actually getting really worried when the judges started loving on Fabio. I was like, you
We all
have got
do.
to be kidding me.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
And then Chris was like, oh, if Fabio doesn't win, I was like, what is going
Right?
on?
Haters don't hate.
All of us were just like, our hearts were like, no, this can't happen.
he does what he does well. I just
Yeah.
don't think it's liked by the masses. And sorry, that's just what it
Yeah.
comes down to.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
And really, I want to touch on Chris's attitude. Even if you really feel like that, it's your last night there. You shouldn't say something like that. I feel like it's really disrespectful to the person who's going to
I think
win.
he was just exhausted, frustrated, and just
Bitchy.
angry that he just didn't have any judgment in what
Right.
he was saying about
Right.
everybody, because I really don't think that's the kind of person that he is. He's not a catty kind of guy. I just think he was not happy.
in the right state of mind.
Yeah.
Well, and the
Yeah.
other thing that kind of worried me was when Jennifer Hudson was like, oh, well, Fabio might not get this opportunity again. I was like, who cares? Like, Dimitri is here already, like, showing you everything he has.
Yeah.
I was about to literally freak out.
That made me nervous.
I
too.
think Mitri was the oldest. He left his country at 18 with a backpack, as he mentioned. I was getting teary-eyed when he was mentioning that. That's really hard, and he doesn't
Yeah.
even have his family
Don't
here.
cry.
He had to Skype his dad.
They weren't even there
Seriously.
at the end.
guys, Alina is so emotionally attached.
You guys don't understand his struggle.
We do. I completely agree with you. I just love watching you get so. I'm telling you guys, she's very emotional. And
Mitri, I voted for you. Anyways, also, I just wanted to mention, is Fabio's hobo Jesus look kind of growing on you guys?
No, not
It
at
is on
all.
me.
what?
You are easy.
No.
What's happening here?
I'm not gonna dress like hobo Jesus, don't get me wrong, but on him, I'm like, he's kind of designery and like, kind of looks like he smells, and like Mary
that's
Kay.
attractive. That is
Mary
attractive.
Kay and Ashley Olsen combined. Or just Mary
I do
Kay?
understand. I think I don't think it's
Anybody?
that it's
No.
growing. I think you're starting to understand him more.
Yeah.
maybe. Because I'm like, okay, like he dresses like that. You kind of look past it and appreciate him as a designer. Because I agree. At first, I was like, this guy eats out of a dumpster. Like, remember,
Right,
that's what he was
that's what he
saying at the
said.
very beginning. And I was like,
Yes.
what is going on? I feel like I could find him in front of my street in downtown LA.
Yeah.
You know, but now I'm like, okay, if I saw him, I
mean,
wouldn't give him money.
It's
but
him. Obviously, he's
Yeah.
very distinct in the things he wears and the things he designs. It's him. But
And
I
it
mean,
says-
I don't get it.
I thought it was funny when Nina was like, finally, he puts the stuff that he would wear down the runway. We've been wanting to see that all along, and I'm sitting there thinking, I don't.
Why?
I don't know why you want to see
I'm
that, but
telling you,
okay.
it's high
But he
fashion.
could, it is high fashion, and he could be a high fashion designer for a celebrity like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Like, maybe that's the direction he's going to go. I don't think that he's out of the game, you know? I think he's going to find the right client.
So are we going to maybe see it at Mary-Kate and Ashley's
I think
line
Mary
at Walmart?
Kate would wear the outfit he wore tonight.
Maybe.
I do
With the
too.
hat with her hair.
And
like,
there's
waving
more
in the-
celebs like that. He's going to have his client. So no worries about
I
Fabio.
don't know about that.
I think so.
Lastly, I do want to mention that Mitri.
One more thing about Dimitri. One more.
Get it out. Let's
Well,
go.
I totally forgot, but he was. Oh, he left his apartment. He left his job to do Project
Well,
Runway.
he's on the Wikipedia.
No,
looking
he
up
talks
Dimitri.
about
Oh.
this.
He said that when Tim came
He
to visit.
sacrificed the most.
He did.
He
Dimitri.
earned it. Let's just say that.
It's that Eastern European.
You know, you mentioned the things that he said when he was kind of claiming his case. The best line, the only thing that stuck out to me was, winning will give me wings to fly, or something like that. And I was like,
and fly and do all of his jumps and Salchows forever.
and fly
ever.
he did as he exited the runway.
And those leather pants, by the way, and he did that jump at
Leather
the end.
Splits.
You guys, he gave us what we were wanting
Waiting
the whole
for it.
time.
He's
We
been
wanted
listening.
him to sachet or something. I mean, I wanted a triple Salchow. That's a lot to ask for. He gave us
No.
a jump. He gave us a split jump in the leather
Yeah.
pants. What an amazing way to go out. Mitri is the winner. Yes.
Mitri. Mitri. All right, I just got to write my 10 down since he is a ballroom dancer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Mitri.
Come on,
Everybody
Virginia.
I don't have a
scores.
pen.
Here.
Oh,
Don't you make
sorry.
your excuses.
10.
Alina, what do you
A
give
little
Mitri?
heart.
What do you give Mitri?
10.
Virginia?
10.
Love.
Oh,
Love.
mine is a 10 with little smiley face and hearts and
Ooh.
kisses.
Mine is a 10 with the split jump. Mitri.
Mitri.
Love it.
We love
We
you,
need to
Mitri.
bring him in for All-Star season. So,
Thank
Mitri, when you
you.
come to LA, you need to come
Mitri.
visit us.
Oh
It'd
my
be
God.
Too much fun.
And Kuan.
We
And
heart you.
Kuan.
Did you guys notice Kuan in the audience?
How could you miss?
What?
Oh,
How
now
could you miss Kuan's fro in the audience?
Phil.
I got the 10.
10.
You can add it together.
68.
Thanks,
Yeah,
Phil.
Phil.
No, we had these a little late.
We could have used these all
Phil,
season.
we had a
All
ballroom
season.
dancer on Project Runway, and you give us these now.
Phil,
It's okay.
Thanks.
It's all right.
I was really
Moving on.
pleased. I thought he really deserved it.
Yeah.
His collection was beautiful.
Gorge.
And I think since he was older and he sacrificed so much, it,
Yeah,
where's the violin music?
I know.
You know?
I just love your reasoning.
There you go. And he's Mitri, and he's from Belarus. Anyway. Awesome. Yay.
Yay.
Yeah, I'm really excited because I don't really think we hear a lot of these people after Project Runway. So it's like I feel like we will see something from.
Yay. I
Because
hope so.
we'll be looking for it too, because
Yeah.
we have such a deep-rooted love. So
I agree. I think it's going to translate well into like modern society today.
Totally.
Very current.
Would you guys buy some Mitri?
Yeah.
I want to buy some Mitri. Tell me where it's at.
Mitri, hit us up.
You can send us some stuff too.
Freebies.
I know.
We'll wear it. We'll be your promotion.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. No. Wow.
Wow. Heidi. Wow.
I think he was probably pretty sad he didn't get to give her the Auf Wiedersehen kiss like everybody else. That's what I was.
She gave him a
She
kiss.
linked arms with him at the end like this.
She like grabbed him by the face and kissed him.
They're gonna be best friends, you guys.
Heidi's single now, so.
She is single.
Technically not.
Well, she has a
She's
boyfriend,
already
but
with
she's,
the bodyguard.
yeah, but she's not married. I'm
She's still
saying.
single.
And he's not from Belarus. So.
He was not a ballroom dancer.
Yes. So, news and gossip.
Oh yeah.
AfterBuzz TV News.
Well, speaking of Heidi Klum, I've got a little gossipy stuff on her. Heidi and her Martin, her bodyguard / boyfriend, was seen canoodling at the Madge concert. Madonna came to LA. She was at the Staples Center, and a witness said they were totally making out and not shy about their affection. And also, Heidi was wearing jeans. That's how it sounded in my mind. And she was wearing jeans and an oversized sweatshirt and no makeup, and she just looked like fun and effortless. And you can find more about that on celebbuzz.com. And there is, so Nathan Paul, one of the designers that was eliminated earlier this season, he was talking about his first buyer's remorse, and it took place while filming Project Runway this season. He said he was interviewed. One of his regrets was in the challenge where they did the Marie Claire pattern print. He did like a black and white and purple pattern one shoulder. He said he felt like that pattern was like the material that he bought was like a bad choice, and he wishes he could go back and like take it away because it wasn't like representative of him, and he said the judges didn't like it. So it was like he admitted to having buyer's remorse. As a designer, it's interesting to hear that. And that's on racked.com if you'd like to read more about that. And one other quick thing, I think I'm going to skip over this. Well, actually, I can talk about it. If you want Heidi's looks, you can, if you look up and you see an outfit you like that she's wearing, she always looks rockin'. You can go on how do you say that? Zimbio. I wasn't sure how to pronounce it. .com, and they do this cool thing where they find a celebrity and they kind of like match their look for less. So it's kind of interesting. And Heidi was their look this week, and she looked pretty cute in some skinny jeans that were striped. So if you want to see more about that, go to zimbio.com.
Where can you buy Heidi's body?
That would be the gym.
Not
Alina.
sure about that. Not sure
Personal
about that.
trainer.
So I'll grow
dietitian,
7 inches.
and maybe some
Genetics.
tightening and things.
And German genetics.
Yeah.
And lastly, we all remember the challenge that we love where Christopher made that beautiful Rockette outfit with the building silhouette in the back.
Pretty.
And one of the Rockettes was interviewed saying she was so excited. She's doing her 5th season as a Rockette, and she walked in and saw the outfit and was like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to wear it. And then she realized why it wouldn't work, which we all kind of talked about.
The skirt.
Couple things she said. The skirt will not give. The trim for the buildings was already starting to fall off because it was only glued on. It's hard to conceal undergarments under that sheer material, and the sheer material also was not very sturdy, so it was going to start to give with the wear and tear. So if you want to look up more about that and the other things that she wrote, you can go on mpnnow.com for more of that. But she did say she thought it was beautiful, but just maybe not
They
functional.
could revise that.
Yeah,
though.
I
It
would
doesn't
think
need to
they-
be sheer.
That's what I
and
was-
the beating. You're not going to glue
And
it
they're
on.
going to have to mass produce it for all of them
Right,
anyway, but
right.
that was just her opinion. I thought it was interesting to see a real life opinion of one of the designs, and it was Chris,
Yeah.
and we all loved it. So that's all I have.
Thank you for
good
your
note.
news, Lauren. It's been amazing all season. And I've had so much fun with you ladies. I can't wait to continue it next
Yes.
week, Project Runway All-Stars. So you guys, please tune in. We can keep this combo going on Twitter. Follow me at _Alina23.
And you can follow me at Virginia Reyna.
And you can follow me at @low_Vias.
And you can follow me on Twitter at Lauren Leonelli, on Facebook, Instagram, and my website, all the same name. I had so much fun, you guys.
Me
Yeah.
too. Yay. Me tree.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff. We would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz ya later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.